Now, I promised you a shortcut on these long sums. And in order to see this shortcut, there's something I want to call your attention to in this addition table. Notice that there's this whole diagonal here of numbers that add up to 10, right? 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, 5 and 5, and then all the pairs backwards, 6 and 4, 7 and 3, 8 and 2, 9 and 1. Why is that especially nice? Why is that so nice that those are marked special in the table? We can use this to eliminate some of that messiness where we have to count on large numbers when we're adding big lists. So let's suppose we want to add up, I'm going to make a big list now. Suppose we want to add up these 6 numbers. This looks like kind of a headache. Right, but we know that only one digit is going to go into each of these spaces. And whatever's left we're going to carry, right? So let's do our carrying up front. Let's find whatever pairs of numbers that we can here that add up to 10. Let's see, what do I see? I see a 9. Is there a 1 to go with it? Why, yes, there is. 9 and 1 is 10. That makes 10. I'm going to carry 110 already. I see a 4. Is there a 6 to go with it? Well, yeah, right here. Why, 6, 4, and 6 are 10. So 4 and 6 makes another 10. What's left is 8 and 3. I can just add that. 3 plus 8 is 11. So that gives me another 1 to carry, write down the 1. Right, now I've got this big tower of 1s here, but 1s are easy to add, aren't they? Okay, what do I see in this next column? I see an 8. Is there a 2 to go with it? Well, yeah, right there. So that's a 10. Now, maybe I want to get creative and start putting together 10s out of more than 2 numbers. Like maybe I want to say 6 and 3 and 1 is 10. But maybe I don't spot that off the top of my head, so maybe we can skip it. I don't see any other pairs that add up to 10. Do you? No. But what I can do is put together my 2 biggest numbers first, right? 8 plus 6 is 14. I'm going to make little tick marks that I used those. Count on 3, 15, 16, 17. Then count on all the 1s. 18, 19, 20, 21. So I'm going to carry 2 10s, write down a 1. Phew. Now I'm going to take a deep breath because that's a lot of adding. And now I'm going to attack the hundreds place. Let's see. 2, there are no 8s to go with it. 1, there are no 9s to go with it. 5, oh, there's another 5. 5 and 5 is 10. I'll carry that now. 7 and 3 is 10. I'll carry that now. I don't think there are any more pairs left. Remember, if we miss something, all that has to happen is that we do the long accumulating thing for longer. 2 and 1 is 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I don't see any pairs that add up to 10 in this place either. And all of these numbers seem pretty small. I'm just going to go down the column. 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 1 is 5, 5 and 3 is 8, 8 and 4 is 12. And then all that there is in this column is the one I just carried. So we get 12,511. Now I talked through that pretty fast. You might want to go back and watch it again. I'm going to have you try one of these. If this strategy seems to make these problems easier for you, you may use it. Otherwise, you can just do it one digit at a time, or you can even work long sums by adding the first two numbers, then adding the third one on, adding the fourth one on, and so on. This is kind of an accountant's shortcut that some people find make this really easy, and some people find it confusing. So you don't have to do this all the time, but I would like you to try it for one example. Pause the video and try this now, making 10 wherever you can in order to make the addition a little bit easier. So I see a 5 and a 5. That adds up to a 10. And I don't see any other pairs that make 5 in the ones place. 7 and 1, that's just 8. Okay, in the tens place, I see an 8 and a 2. That makes 10. And I don't see any other tens in the tens place, so I just have 1 and 1, and 0 is 2. In the hundreds place, I see 8 and 2. That makes 10. And that's it. 1 and 1 is 2, and 5 is 7. So let's see. All I have in the thousands place is 1. So the total works out to 1,728.